Being taught to compromise. Have you ever been told that if you wish to do something right, that you should never compromise? That compromise can only ever result in a lack of quality? Of course you have. So please explain to me why we are all told from our very earliest days in this existence that everyone has to compromise, as again, to do so can only ever be seen to result in a lack of quality. A lack of quality of what, though, precisely? A lack of quality of life. So, what exactly were you being asked to compromise with when you were told that everyone has to compromise? Well, you were being asked to compromise with the unhappiness that lives on both in you and in those around you. You see, the one and only thing that you can in fact compromise through the act of compromise is your own happiness. The truth is, when you were told that everyone has to compromise, you were actually being taught to put up with the moods, temper tantrums, and unhappiness that is both in you and in those around you. You were actually being set up to have the very life sucked out of you by the emotion, the unhappiness that is both in you and in those around you. You were actually being set up to be emotionally drained, in other words. And yes, the more you do compromise, the more you do put up with the unhappiness that is both in you and in those around you, the more unhappy you will in turn become. Until, of course, you finally get to the point when you have had enough, and you begin to adopt a firm stance of no compromise. That firm stance of no compromise that you really should have been taught to adopt right at the very beginning of your time in this existence. That firm stance of no compromise that could have saved you from a lifetime of suffering at the hands of the unhappiness that lives both in you and in those around you. Best wishes, Andrew.